What's up, everybody, and welcome to Team Pizza Plays Freedom Planet. I, of course, am Whatthefnu.
And I'm still reeling from Sonic Dream Collection.
Still?
In
it's been a couple weeks now.
In human time, in my time, it's been about 5 seconds.
Well, no matter how long you've been waiting for it, today it's time for us to play something good again. So, for those of you who don't know, Freedom Planet actually started off as a Sonic fan game, but after a successful Kickstarter and a lot of ideas from the community, it eventually evolved into its own thing. And now we have a fantastic platformer, probably one of the best Sonic-style games in a long time.
I can only pray, because the very thought of another Sonic fan-related material makes
Hold on a sec, I don't mean to cut you off. Which character should we play as? I'm thinking Lilac or Carol.
Oh, let's go Carol. I like her motorbike.
Yeah, I do too. I just like the way she feels a lot better in this game.
Oh,
And don't get me wrong, Lilac is really good. Her Dragon Boost is insanely useful if you know how to work it correctly.
Oh, entirely.
The other reason I want to play Carol is I have no idea how she's going to handle in Dragon Valley, because pretty much the design of that entire stage is based around the Dragon Boost power.
I mean, with a name like Dragon Valley, you'd think helicopters. Oh,
Yeah.
Shit, was that a helicopter?
It was. You actually called it. How about that?
I've been awake far too long.
Your powers of predetermined cognition are coming back to you.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about being what you humans refer to as a productive member of society. Is something I should follow suit or completely ignore. I kind of went the latter. Speaking of latter,
Yeah. Carol's actually got a couple unique mechanics of her own. As you might notice, I guess you could kind of call her the Knuckles of this game. She doesn't climb up walls, but it's essentially that. She doesn't slowly bring her way up. She has like a wall jump, which can help her ascend very, very quickly. She has
Much
a little
like
pounce
Knuckles.
She has a little pounce and airs, a couple claw swipe combos here. Special move right there is this multi-hit kick move. Does a lot of damage to enemies if you aim it correctly.
and much like Knuckles, she can also ascend into the air infinitely.
Well, she can't glide. The pounce is basically, it's a little bit of forward momentum in the air, but not enough. It's not nearly as much as Knuckles' glide. And also, she gets a motorbike.
Which is awesome! Look at this! She's BMXing on their asses!
I am all of me. I am. Yeah, okay. As one of us had to get that joke out there eventually.
Oh, exactly. I mean, you got your platform characters.
Better to
and
knock it out in
vehicles.
the first episode than to just spring it on people later on in the series, right?
Oh, trust me, I've got all of my Sonic jokes in a special little folder right here. I'm giving it a little pat on the head. You'll get your time soon. Soon.
So now we're a little closer to... what was I gonna say? Now she's got a move that's a little closer to an actual wall climb, as you see here. Like, she can just hang out on the side. Like, her motorcycle itself can drive straight up an incline, which actually makes it a pretty badass vehicle.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote invention. It's like, I forget which episode, but I'm sure at one point he's driven a vehicle up the side of a cliff. For those watching, please leave in the comments that very episode. Link it in.
Link it. No. Warner Brothers would never allow that shit on YouTube.
Warner Brothers, they don't exist anymore.
The people who were looking forward to Arkham Knight on PC might agree with you.
Yeah, that's the sad part when once again I become topical. I don't know how I feel about it. See what Sonic Dreams Collection has done to me? It's making me logical.
It's actually gone so far around of being weird that it's actually forced your brain into a more... I completely lost my train of thought there. Abort! Abort! Quick, say something funny to distract everybody and save me.
Did you know that Did you know that jellyfish are just... Look at her struggle!
Yeah, that is one of the more entertaining animations in this whole game. It's like, oh shit, I did not think this plan through.
Not sure if Gusta. Not sure if Gusta. I mean, that feels like, I want to feel like that's out of an 80s action film, holding onto your motorcycle while you're still riding it.
That thing weighs like a couple thousand pounds, doesn't it? Do you know how difficult that would be? And she's holding onto it with just her legs. Like,
Dude,
I know animals are a lot stronger than people in a couple senses, but when's the last time you were actually climbing a mountain, you saw a friggin' wildcat carrying its motorcycle up the cliffside with it?
Dude, Bubsy does not skip leg day. Why do you think he could glide? He's just super jumping. Oh, hi, Ekans.
Mecha Ekans, pretty much.
More like Meckins.
Alright, I'll give you that one.
Yay! I'm getting it back! Also, this strangely looks and feels like a Mega Man boss. You know, it's the big eye that's really getting me.
Yeah. Yeah, it does sort of have that feel to it, doesn't it? Then again, this whole game has this very... how do I describe it? This very nature versus technology feel to it.
Yeah, it's like...
all of your enemies are robotic in nature, including your main foe.
And at the same, it's like... Because that's the weird part. Both Mega Man and or... Hold on. Thank you. That's the weird part. Both Mega Man and Sonic have this nature versus technology vibe. And both of their aesthetics involve, you know, the large eyes and the blue protagonist and the red ally that's better than you. Oh, wow, they are very similar.
Yeah. The mechanical fish. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but our motorcycle just turned into a submarine.
You know, I was going to...
Do you see the little propeller coming out of the exhaust pipe there?
That feels like a... That feels like...
She's prepared for everything, I tell you what.
I want to relate this to a Looney Tunes bit, but this has been done by various characters, so I can't really tell. I mean, I feel like even Tom and Jerry have done vehicles turning into other vehicles at some point.
Well, you were mentioning Wile E. Coyote earlier, and that made me think. I don't have a particular analogy for you, but there was my favorite gag that the Wile E. Coyote has ever done, because you know me. When I was a kid, I loved things that were all about... I loved anything that broke the norm. I loved anything that presented an idea that actually made me question, is that possible in real life? It's just fun in how absurdly over the top it is.
You know?
So...
Funny... Go on.
Oh, okay, you finish your story first.
No, you go first. Mine is building off of yours.
Okay. So, basically, the one bit that I saw way back in the day, and I don't know if I've told this story before, is Wile E. Coyote, one of the gadgets he came up with, he had a refrigerator on his back. It was like strapped to his back like a backpack. And he had the freezer door open, the one on the top. He had tied like a meat grinder to the top of his head. And then he put skis on both of his feet. And so, what his plan was, is that the grinder would grind up the ice as he was going. And it would create a trail of snow for him to ski down after the Roadrunner in. And I'm like, this is the kind of shit I would do in real life.
You know, that reminds me of one of my own harebrained schemes. One time, when I was younger, a little more foolish if you will, I thought by flapping coat hangers, you know, the kind with the paper in between the wiring, I thought I could achieve flight. I flew for a distance of 4 inches at a height of 1. No, I got the reverse. I flew at a distance of 5 inches for a distance of 1 centimeter. There we go. Then I discovered rain made my contraption catch fire.
Huh. Where exactly in the stage did I end up? I'm finding new cards, so apparently I'm doing something correct.
That's one thing I love about this game, is that it much like a quote-unquote old-school platformer, it rewards you for simply exploring the environment.
Well, that's part of what made this game so good, why a lot of people responded to it so fondly, is that old-school Sonic was all about really, really good level design.
Exactly.
And
it's
that's what this game has got in spades. Never mind the fact that it's got incredible art design here. Like, a lot of people try to go for that pixelated style, that very old-school aesthetic, and few people get it correct. Few people do it just right, to where it's like, well, see, the thing is, it's not that the aesthetic was limited, it's that they had to make something look amazing regardless. Can you still make a game that looks fantastic while deliberately limiting yourself? And so few people nail that. It requires something like Shovel Knight, or like Freedom Planet.
Yeah, it's basically yeah. A lot of the old school games are art from adversity. Some people add adversity to their art.
Yeah.
Oh God, Indiana Jones.
That kind of brings up that nostalgia critic conversation. It's like, you know, a scene is much more effective with music. Well, okay, the right kind of music. I wonder if anybody's ever done that with video games, like famous dramatic video game scenes with different music edited in.
You know, just
it's like, oh, what's a really heartbreaking scene in video games? Give me a moment.
Aerith getting killed by Sephiroth. Spoilers, by the way.
Okay, well, no. Okay, I will not accept that. That is not spoilers. When a moment in video games is so famous that learning about it could be considered cultural osmosis, you do not get to call spoilers on that. No, screw you.
But the Final Fantasy fans won't forgive me if I don't include the spoiler tag. They'll shun me from their final message boards.
Oh no, he blew up my bike!
But we blew up his skull. Oh wow, look at that damn thing fly. Oh shit, she went too. She must have loved it. Headstand, yeah.
It was so entertaining looking, I decided to emulate him.
Monk kitty see, kitty do. But yeah, it's like it's late arrival spoilers are always just bizarre in how it's technically a spoiler, but at the same time, it's something that everybody knows, and by learning about it, you are basically receiving a very large portion of a subculture. I mean, look at Citizen...
We're out of time for this episode. You mind if we continue this on the next one?
Okay.
Alright, next time on Let's Play Freedom Planet. Or Team Pizza Plays Freedom Planet. One of these days I'll get an outro correctly. Today is not that day.